the time has come, the walrus said.
Alright, Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation 1. Today we're going to be looking at some of the key steps you need to take in order to beat this game 100%. So with all that out of the way, I've got time codes throughout the video if you're looking for any specific part, and let's just get started. Now from the save file you can already tell what you need to do to beat Crash Bandicoot is to beat all the levels, get the keys, and get all of the gems. But getting all of the gems is a bit of a strange process because there's actually two different kinds of gems that aren't really listed properly on the save screens. There's the color gems and the clear gems. Now you obtain both of which for getting all of the boxes in a particular stage. It's just the clear gems also are important for unlocking paths to other levels. So in levels like Upstream or Boulder Dash, you actually can't get all of the boxes there because you don't have the color gem that you need for that stage. So as a player going for 100%, you should prioritize above all else going for those color gems, and I'm going to be covering all of them here in this video. The first color gem you can get is the green color gem, which is in the level of the Lost City. And it's not that easy to get. There's a few hidden tricks here. For example, in this part of the stage where you have to jump on top of this box in order to activate that exclamation point, which comes into a box later on. There's also another exclamation point box in the middle of the stage you have to make sure you get. And just to make this clear, if at any point you die, you gotta restart. Whether you got a checkpoint, whether you didn't get a checkpoint, doesn't matter. You die, hit start, hit select, try again. The next color gem we're looking at is the orange one, which is obtained in the level The Generator Room. There's not a lot more to say in this level's case. Once again, just don't die, so take as many precautions as you can, be patient, but not too patient because some of these platforms do fall on you, including this big guy, which may be a bit unexpected on your first playthrough. Next is the blue gem, which is in the level Toxic Waste. You'll notice most of these are on the third island, so really you shouldn't be going for 100% completion unless you've already cleared most all of the levels in the game. Again, not much to say here, just try not to die. And something we took note of during the Let's Play that's important to avoiding death is with these barrels coming at you. As you're going up these ramps, keep in mind that when Crash jumps and then he goes forward, you're only going to end up a little bit higher up on the ramp and that barrel is going to hit you. But if you just jump in place, that's a much safer move. Of course, this is just for the barrels that roll along the ground, not the ones that are bouncing up and down, which can be a major hazard. Oh, what's that? That's me trying to get the red color gem. It'll take a while. This one here is in Slippery Climb. Not an easy level by any means. The fact that they put a color gem here is kind of ridiculous. Actually, if you're playing the Japanese version, I believe the red color gem is somewhere else. And that might also go for the green gem if I remember right. I don't actually know this stuff, I never played the Japanese version, it's just what I saw on the wiki. Yeah, there's no hidden secret details like in the Lost City, but it's still a massive challenge to try and get through this whole level all in one try. We done yet, past Jockey? There we go, he got it, okay. Moving on. The next color gem we gotta get is in the lab, which is the last level of the game, but this isn't the last color gem. This yellow one here is actually necessary to get another color gem we're gonna go back for in a moment. In the lab here, well, now that you've done Slippery Climb, you're actually a god and you can do anything, so this won't be any challenge at all. Alright, I kid around. But no, seriously though, because after Slippery Climb took me that long, the lab took one try. Well, once you get the one in the lab, you now have to go back to a previous level called Lights Out. You'll remember this is the one where you had to pick up Aku Akus to light your way as you go through the level. And well, once again, you have to worry about the darkness and you don't want to die at all, otherwise you won't get the gem. It's a lot easier to get this color gem than most others because this one actually leads you to an alternate pathway, which is pretty cool to see. And also, this alternate pathway is just the end of the level. So once you go up this way, you're done. As long as you didn't miss any boxes, that's all the color gems there for you. So alright, we got the color gems. One other thing to keep in mind is the keys. These are obtained by getting all three of the Neo-Cortex icons in two particular levels, and then getting the Neo-Cortex bonus stages and finishing them successfully. It's not too difficult to find these. Actually, one of them we did in the middle of Let's Play in Sunset Vista by complete accident. The other Cortex bonus stage where we can get a key is in the level Jaws of Darkness, which is a bit more difficult. Really, the only thing you have to keep in mind is that you gotta go through this invisible path over here in order to reach it. But once you know that, it's not too much trouble. And these keys actually unlock bonus levels, specifically Whole Hog and Fumbling in the Dark. So we couldn't play these before, and guess what? They do have cleared box gems, just like all the other stages. So now is the time, now that you have all the color gems, now that you have both the keys, to go around in all the stages and try and break all the boxes. It's not going to be easy. Some of these alternate pathways you get with the color gems are actually pretty cool. They're aspects of the level you would never see otherwise. Like for example, this one in Native Fortress where you go way up high into the sky, and then you give Crash a concussion. Also, not all these secret paths you unlock with the color gems are necessarily for getting the box gems. Probably the most famous example is with the green gem in Castle Machinery, which just gets you a shit ton of lives, which you're probably going to want to do as soon as you get the green gem, just to top yourself off before Slippery Climb in the red gem. And from there, we now need to visit the hall, the level just before Neo Cortex himself. It's hard to call it a level really when in the main game all you do was just kind of go forward and into the exit. But if you've collected all the clear gems, you're given a path now that leads to Tawna. And this gives you another ending of the game. No, I'm serious. You don't even fight the boss. The game's just over. It's an alternate ending that just feels so underwhelming. Instead of actually taking down the bad guy, we just leave. I mean, I guess with the whole nature versus technology thing they're going for in the game, and we're leaving Cortex behind, this is like the pacifist route. But that's not it, because we also get an extended credit sequence where we get to see where a lot of the bosses are now. We get to see Koala Kong is now working as an actor and is taking diction classes. I like to imagine him in the scene from Singing in the Rain. And Brio has gone on to fix drinks for people, which is pretty appropriate actually. But in the opposite spectrum of that, Ripperoo has gone and published a book about his insanity. That's kind of amazing, you gotta admit. And then we get the same old credits here with the old Naughty Dog crew. I gotta say, 100% completion in this game is satisfying, and it can be fun, but it's something I'd only really recommend if you really enjoy your time with the game. If you kinda enjoyed your time, but think you want a little more substance and something more polished, I would just move right on to Crash 2, which actually I'm gonna be Let's Playing that myself in maybe a month or so. So I guess that's exactly what I'm doing. But if you're a fan of this game, I'd say go for it. There's a lot of fun secrets to be found here and there. Well, with all that said and out of the way, thanks so much for watching this whole series. I hope you enjoyed it very much. Look forward to Crash Bandicoot 2, as well as other extra parts coming along the way to finish up some series we've done throughout the year. And in the meantime, have yourself a very good day. Take care. Alright, Crash Bandicoot. Today we're going to be looking over how to 100% complete the game, and the key steps you need to take in order to doing this. Blah 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 blah.